You are now listening to the Salty Virgins Podcast.
Welcome to the Salty Virgins Club Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with the full cast. I got Jackson, Pat, Kevin. Pat called me pussy on the internet, and I do not take well to disrespect.
I stand by it.
I still think I can outcook you. I'm not particularly worried.
Well, I guess we'll see.
What is your dish of, choice? What is
Don't tell him. Don't tell him that before the competition
works.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said you wanted to set the parameters
We're
that
giving
way.
we're giving you guys 1 hour. Just stepping up to the kitchen and making your
You're
best.
getting
1 hour?
ingredients.
4 hours.
You will be judged by a panel of Jackson and I on criteria that are not revealed to you,
At all.
and that will be it.
Okay. I'm just gonna bring a whole tuna to his house.
Jackson and I are very open to bribes and will be drinking during the process.
You gotta drink bourbon so your palates stay clean.
Oh,
Sure.
Man. Fuck.
You really got me there.
yeah. Shit.
Listen, I have to have my flavors sing.
I mean, you guys set up a cook-off and Jackson and I'll judge it. I'll gladly sit. Can we heckle you guys? Can we have you guys share a kitchen and do a cook-off?
We'd probably have to share a kitchen. That's kind of how that works.
We're getting two identical kitchens.
You got 2 kitchens?
I mean, we could have I don't know, we could split us up where I'm with Pat. I'm monitoring and drinking and heckling him, and then Jackson is monitoring and heckling Jordan. But I don't know how we would judge the dishes, so that idea is out the window. Never mind.
Yep.
One of them's just really cold for each judge.
Yeah.
Damn, Jordan, your
Drive
shit
it.
stunk. Like, yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, I
30
cooked it
minutes
2
to
hours
drive it
ago.
So,
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm more than willing. I will not cook a ham, as that takes so long.
we can do it over Christmas.
That was the plan.
Do it at Patrick's house.
Yeah.
So it was what instigated
Ruined
this?
his kitchen. I had said, because I had made a crab meat risotto with fresh basil and all kind of stuff.
That's
and
not part of the story.
That is part of the story. That's why I posted that I was nice in the kitchen.
You didn't post that you were nice in the kitchen. You posted.
You said you were better
I'm
than
not
everyone.
gonna front.
And
I'm
you
gonna
said
keep
if
it
you're
a
reading,
buck.
if you're reading this, I'm better than you than cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
he
am.
amended it. He said, except for Will Brute.
Who is very nice. He is very fucking
This is
nice
very
in the
funny.
kitchen.
Yeah, not who I would have anticipated.
He's super
I mean,
nice.
I've seen him post on Twitter, but it was just very funny. It was a very funny sequence of events to read. Patrick didn't take kindly to being called pussy.
That's true.
Pat took it personally.
Yeah, you could
And then
say.
personally,
I guess you could say.
He did take that person. But yeah, I'm willing to cook off. If there's any sort of weird parameters, you guys eat pretty much.
The only
everything.
parameter you
Garbage
have to do while you're
cans.
shopping at Sam's.
Oh, easy.
I'll feed Pat for 6 months, I guess.
I have the advantage. That's my dojo.
I have a Sam's membership. I go to Sam's.
Sam's has fucking everything, so it kind of works.
Yeah, they really do. I get lobster tails at Sam's. I can get a truckload of lobster tails at Sam's for like $40.
Actually, if I really want to take Pat out of his domain, I could say shop at Publix.
I
Publix
shop
or Whole Foods.
at Publix a lot. Whole Foods, I'd be lost.
I give you hell in
I don't
Whole
even-
Foods.
how
I
we
don't
can see
have a
because
whole
it'd just be so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I would be
blame
lost
them.
at Whole Foods too, though. I don't think. Yeah, there's no Whole Foods. There's a Sprouts
There's one in Orange Park, but
and
it's
Fresh
way
Market.
out of the way. Yeah.
near me, but no Whole Foods. I don't think.
It's in Orange Park. You'd have to go way out of the way.
No, there's a
My
Publix
mom went,
2 minutes
and
from
then
my
she
house.
cried because she got lost.
I'm not
Way
shopping
back.
at Whole Foods. So I'll just say.
I wasn't saying that.
Okay.
I shop at Whole Foods because it's close and feeding 2 people.
So
is
what
perfect.
would we for this challenge? What are some proposed parameters? Is there?
You guys eat just about everything, right?
How many meals?
I think a time limit.
Jackson said, "How many meals?"
How many
How many
courses?
I could do 2 courses. I could do 2 courses.
Ooh, an
Like a
appetizer and an entree.
I could. Yeah.
Okay.
2 entrees.
Just entrees? Okay. I don't know.
Listen,
I
you
didn't
can
know.
make anything and call it a fucking appetizer. Just make it in small portion.
Right.
Time limit?
I said
If we're
that
just
I need to cook whatever we're doing once before.
Which
That's fine. No,
limits.
but you're gonna choose what you cook, so
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And
why
you guys,
I was
I don't
saying.
think you guys have to cook the same thing. I think we just get you guys like give me your 2 fucking go-tos. I just want to eat the most delicious thing.
Kevin's just like cooking competition. Nah, free meal.
Or we could have you guys each make one of the same thing and then one of something different.
You mean a signature dish?
A signature dish. Don't call it a. Or we could have you guys cook the same dish first. Judge you guys, give someone an advantage for the signature dish round.
Oh, Kevin's Guy Fieri Jr. out here causing problems.
And then we gotta have a technical challenge. Gotta see who's nicer with the knife.
And a showstopper.
Great British Bakeoff.
You get it, yeah.
Yeah. Now, that show I would do so poorly at. Me and Emma were watching it last night. Like, I can cook. I can really, really cook.
Baking is hard.
If you said make some of... First of all, it's British, so like half the words they say aren't even real. They just be
I
saying
ain't never
shit.
heard half of the shit they say they're trying to bake on that show.
Nope. Not even a little bit. Not even once. I can't even remember what they were fucking making last night. So basically, it was a cake within a nut, like a cake collar. So like they had to bake a standing up cake that went around their cake. I was like, what? How would you accomplish this?
They have to, like, for shows like that, they have to tell people, there's no way that they just always spring this shit on people and they
No,
just
they get
know
they
what to fucking
No,
for
they
the Great
spend
British Baking
like
Show,
all
they
week.
They get told
Week.
what the challenge is. They get a week to practice. Then they go
Oh,
back
see,
to the
I don't want, I've never... Kayla watches that shit. I can't get into it. I need there to be actual competition.
You need them
Like,
to be mean
it's
to
technically
them.
a competition, but it's just like, there's nothing to cling on to. I can't have all this nice... It
You
makes
need
me-
someone calling someone an idiot sandwich.
Yeah, I kind of live for that, so... It is what it is.
But Great British Bake Off is... That's a level of, like, technical and, like, defeat when the shit doesn't work, because every week something doesn't work, and that's a level of defeat you just, like, I
That's the
couldn't
other
stomach.
thing is, you could almost always salvage something in the kitchen. When you're baking, if shit goes catastrophically wrong,
It's over.
You're done. It's either start over or give up.
The episode, they were making toffee pudding, the thing Gordon Ramsay makes that he loves that isn't good.
Sure.
At
I
all.
don't even like what. It's just
Sounds
pudding
like
that
a lot of
tastes
British
like coffee.
food.
No, it's
It
like
sounds
a
like it
cake.
does sound like most British food.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like a little cake that you make with there's 2 different sauces. Whatever. But they gave them instructions on how to do it, so it was their technical challenge, I guess, where they were like, you have to follow this, and if you do it this way, you'll be fine. This lady didn't put flour in a cake, and was like, damn, that's crazy. Why are they fucked up? And then somebody was like, did you add flour? She's like, we weren't supposed to add flour. And they just looked at her like,
Have you ever baked a cake in your goddamn life?
like, how did you make it on this show?
So did she
But-
think they were told not to use flour?
She didn't see flour on the instructions,
Oh,
Wow.
and then just didn't
it's
put
fair
it in
for
there.
that to be implied. I think
If it's a cake, you know what the ingredient 1 of cake is? I don't know, cake flour.
Like,
maybe.
wow, this challenge is really fucking hard, and now let me use flour. Wow.
It's kind of fucked up.
she didn't see no one else with an ounce of flour at their station and be like, huh.
It's like, oh man, they're all using
Literal
flour. I got this in
pounds
the
of
bag.
flour.
They can't read it for shit.
Because they set out all the ingredients too. It's not like they have to search for anything or anything. Like, they give you a set universe of ingredients. You use these exactly
I don't-
measured. And that lady was just like, nah.
What did she think she was making? Essentially just oven-baked eggs at that point.
Oven baked eggs and sugar. Yeah.
You know, that's why the show loses me. They were nice to her when she did that.
Oh, they sure were. They were like, you're in 9th place, but it's okay. You can come back.
Yeah.
They weren't
see,
like, you forgot flour
I can't
in your
have
cake.
that.
You
I
have
need her to
die
be dismissed before the challenge is over. Just like the second they see a cakeless monstrosity into the oven, they just spring out and be like, I'm sorry, you've been snap eliminated."
We have a new wrinkle to the show. That woman gotta go.
I mean, I think everyone would agree.
Yeah.
We're just wasting everyone's time here.
Kevin, you watch Top Chef, right? Or have watched Top Chef?
Yeah.
So their kickoff, like when you're getting eliminated, they're like, "Pack your knives and go," which is just so cutting. Just pack your shit and go, motherfucker.
I can't even rinse them off. No.
Nope.
Roll them
Get
up.
the fuck out of here.
Take your knife case and go. Yeah, that's a competition. I don't think I could ever go on that show. That's a fucking competition. One day they
Pat might kick your ass. You might not even be able to make it out of the Salty Virgins Club competition.
Let's turn that down a little bit. There will be no ass kicking. If I lose, it will be by 1 point.
We got a point
There will
system
be
now?
no ass kicking. What?
We got a point system now?
And I don't know what else to call it. One what?
We'll make a rubric. There'll be
I mean,
points.
It would be fair for the Jackson and I numbers guys, so there's gonna be points. There will be ratings.
I like how
Jackson's putting it in the QuickBooks.
it's gonna be Jackson and Kevin judging, because it's gonna be like that Parks and Rec episode when they did the hamburger bake-off.
Just fucking ketchup here.
Yeah, like Chris used all those interesting ingredients, and then Ron was a burger and some buns.
And some ketchup if you'd like.
If you'd like, yeah.
I spent like $75 making this very like intricate takoyaki tuna, and Kevin's like, I don't really like it. The texture's weird.
I made chili.
You could put cheese on it if you want.
No spaghetti.
Listen, if the chili's good enough,
Listen, if I make grandma's chili, I'm winning, Kevin. Easy.
as long as you make the cornbread with it.
Cornbread. Gotta make the cornbread. A jalapeno cheddar cornbread?
How long do you guys want it to make 2 meals?
Are we making 2 meals or are we making one
Yeah,
meal?
you're making one shared meal that you each make the same one, and then you're making one signature meal. I thought we covered this.
I didn't know that was where we landed. Sure. You're just trying to
Land
get
anywhere.
as
No one's making any decisions, so I'm fucking commandeering this.
2 hours. 2 hours.
2 hours total or each? 1
2
hour
hours
each?
flat. 2 hours flat.
So we'll do 1 hour, then obviously there's a break for tasting and scoring.
And
And then you
go
guys
back.
can re-prep your kitchens.
Yeah, clean some
Y'all
shit
can
up.
do your dishes.
Great dish doer.
What do you guys want the shared dish to be? What are some ideas?
Chicken
I don't know
sandwich.
what Pat had.
What's like a classic? What's just a classic?
A chicken
Toronto?
sandwich actually isn't a bad idea, Pat.
Oh, it feels like Pat has the upper hand.
Did you see the chicken sandwich I made the other day?
I saw the bird that Pat made.
Pat made a delicious bird, but Pat saw my bird.
Fucking good.
Pat saw my bird too. I make a pretty nice bird.
I like chicken. I was gonna say, I'm selfishly as a judge, a nice steak, a nice 8-ounce
I'm not making a steak.
Yeah, you
in a
find the
cast
ingredients?
iron. Chicken
That's a
sandwich
good point.
is an interesting idea.
That is a very interesting idea because that leaves a lot of play, like sauce, condiments, whatever. Bread, even if you wanted to go crazy with that.
I'll make my own
I don't
buns.
think that. If you make your own bread, I'm killing you because I just don't have the patience to do that.
I don't know if I can get that done in
Do
an
we
hour.
think that if Pat made bread, it'd be better than store-bought bread? Because I know it's
Pat can
possible.
actually
I know
make
it's
pretty good
possible,
bread.
but what's the chances that it's just dog shit because you haven't been practicing?
I mean, it's a
I have not-
50-50.
have not practiced it forever.
That's where I'm coming. It's like,
But
'cause if,
the bread
if
Pat
the bread
did
turns
make-
out good, it's obviously like
That's a huge plus.
that's my thought. It's like, what if he just like, you know what? I'm gonna whip out some buns for this, and then it just goes horribly wrong.
It's like he just put rocks on the top and bottom of the sandwich. And you bite into it, chip a tooth. It's like, damn, you hate
The
to
man
see it.
has literally chipped a tooth on bread before.
We didn't have to bring that up.
You poor fucking thing.
He's an expert on it, so I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I don't hate chicken Sammy.
All right, a chicken sandwich, and then you guys have a have your choice of a signature dish. We could set a price limit.
Sure.
So Jordan can't go. But maybe Pat goes the the Master Chef poor man's route.
Spend $300. It's like, yeah, I got some Wagyu. We're having Wagyu sandwiches.
You know the Master Chef like poor man's route though, where you make like a cheap dish, but then you kind of like spice it up, and then everyone's like, "Oh, they're making poor food. It tastes good. This is great."
On the last season of MasterChef, there was a woman who spent $50 a week on groceries or something, and she had like a family of 4, and they kept bringing that up every time she moved. Milk.
Not anymore. You seeing these prices?
Yeah, she gets 1, maybe 2 gallons, and like they kept bringing it up. Yeah, she cooks so well, but she only has $50 worth of food like a week, and it's like maybe you should stop doing that. Like, I understand it's a production for TV, but like that feels like you're laughing at her for being poor, and maybe you shouldn't.
I mean, they're bringing it up because it's like impressive, but also they're just like beating it home. It's like at some point, it's like, all right, well,
Look at this broke ass bitch
Yeah.
who's overcome all odds, all of them.
She's using
Get a mess.
great value ketchup.
I might have great value ketchup in my fridge, so maybe I just caught a stray.
I
I don't know. Maybe it's Heinz. I don't.
Ketchup,
I don't use ketchup. I use ketchup very often, so.
don't know.
I just got a glass bottle in my fucking fridge that you have to.
Probably
shit out.
Heinz then.
The worst
think-
way to have ketchup.
Yeah, by far. By any condiment, really. Anything that's in a glass bottle where you have to beat it out, terrible. Just terrible. Give me this nice, like the thin tip squeeze bottle so it comes out in a dedicated stream.
Give me that awesome fart noise too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we knew what a fart noise sounded like. But
I could have ASMR'd it. I could have got closer.
Although he did a pretty good fart.
that was a great fart noise, actually.
All right, wait. You mentioned the milk thing earlier. Did we talk about the milk tweet on the podcast?
No.
So, I guess I'll just give context. There was a
Lucas,
tweet.
stop buying so much milk.
See, yeah. CNN did a story, a cover on one of their fucking news programs, talking about how a gallon of milk was $1.99. Now it's $2.79. When you buy 12 gallons a week times 4 weeks, that's a lot of money. And then they did like a 5-minute segment on grocery shopping with the Stotler family, which I guess is the family that is buying, I say again,
12 gallons.
12.
gallons of milk a week
Very
At a
representative
cool-
of the normal American family.
at a
Right.
cool $2.79 a pop.
12 gallons of milk is so much liquid. And it was
There's-
like a family of 5, right?
They're plumbing in that fucking household.
Is in hell.
Their bones, though,
It was like a family of 5.
great,
It
their
wasn't like a
bones
family
are
of like
in great
10.
shape.
Isn't that a myth? Isn't that
Yes,
actually
it's
a myth
completely
propagated by
a myth.
Big Milk?
Yeah.
A big cow?
I'd rather it be big milk. I think cows are not culpable in the milk trade.
It appears to be a family of 6. So
6.
that means that they are on average consuming 2 gallons,
2 gallons
per
of
person
milk
per week.
Just absolutely housing that shit.
That's so much milk.
Imagine
That's-
how that house smells.
Like milk! What do you mean? It smells
Also-
like milk!
It is very funny because the top reply under that fucking tweet is someone showing the U.S. median adjusted prices for milk over the years, and milk has been like between $3 and $4 for the past like 25 years.
Yeah. I don't know where
Outside
they
of all
got
the
that number.
insanity of buying that much milk. I
Like,
maybe
I don't know
live
where
in,
they got those numbers.
Maybe they live in like fucking Wyoming or something. Is milk cheap in Wyoming? They have a lot of cows there.
I don't know. Have I? Pat's the only one who's been to
Yeah,
Wyoming.
Pat knows.
And that one guy had over 100,000 cows, I thought, right?
Did he go Texas? But didn't he go from Wyoming to Texas? Wasn't that the annual
Yeah.
annual pilgrimage?
Yeah.
How do you map out that route?
Man, it was
I mean, I guess it is all fucking like you could probably just get all grass straight from Wyoming to Texas. There's a lot of nothing out there, right?
I'm sure there is grass along the route, yes.
Thank you.
No, there is a whole lot of nothing between those two places.
What states would you go through? There's gonna be shit.
Nebraska.
This is a geometry
Oklahoma.
podcast now.
A geometry.
What did I say? Hold on. What did I say?
You said geometry.
Where am I?
He would have to go through some combination of Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico.
Colorado's got to be a hard one.
He could just
On
go
foot?
Colorado, New Mexico, straight into Texas, West Texas, Midland, Texas. That's probably where they get the cows.
Yeah, because there ain't shit out there. Nothing.
It is crazy. Texas big as shit, and the westernmost interesting city is Austin, and that's like Central Texas. Not even. I guess San
It's
Antonio.
really kind of East Texas still.
We've spent enough time on this podcast roasting Texas. We don't need to get into it.
I think we need to spend more time.
Yeah, I agree.
Everywhere's bad, to be fair.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Texas.
No, everywhere's horrible. I mean, you could be in Nebraska.
Jordan, is there any hope for fucking this Rittenhouse kid facing any sort of consequence for his actions by way of appeals?
So...
Not to bog this podcast down, but I'm just like, I've been trying to not follow it too closely because I get enough sadness in my day-to-day.
The answer is yes. There is a path for that to happen. I don't know the specific...
possible?
Yes.
That's
I don't
fine.
know the specific politics. I don't know who's filing what, when they're
I've
filing
been on
it.
some bullshit hope for a while. That they'll
Right.
get somehow a more competent trial at some point.
Right. So, let me just spell out the path. They do an appeal on, like, 4 or 5 of the evidentiary findings that the judge said. So the stuff he let in or stuff he didn't let in.
Basically anything he said throughout the entire trial, they do appeals on that.
More or less, yeah.
Because he was saying
yeah.
some insane shit throughout the entire
Comic
trial.
books.
Yes. Correct. He was basically at the defense counsel table as well. I will cede that. So, they appeal those. They take it to the Court of Appeals. I mean, evidence law, though shaky, is pretty set in stone. What is, what isn't allowable at trial and what. So, they win on 2, maybe 3, because it's evidence. There's discretion on either side, however you want to look at it. And then they remand it for a new trial. And at the new trial, they set a different prosecutor, and maybe they move it out of the district that it was in the first time. And then you might get a fair trial.
Because they get one more shot, right? That's how it works.
Well, allegedly, yes. This could go back and... So, here in Mississippi, they had something very similar to this, but it was a black person. He got the death sentence 6 times. Anyway.
Jesus.
Time.
And they got overturned all 6 times because they did not let black people on the jury. Real life just would not let black people on the jury. After the first time, it's like, all right, you know what? We fucked up the first time. We'll do something better next time. 6 times. Anyway, so anything's possible. Also, I would like to say, as a soon-to-be attorney who's done a lot of attorneying so far, lawyers are not smart. I would like everybody to know that. Every lawyer you meet is not
They
smart.
make a lot of money.
Whole hell of a lot of money. Whole hell of a lot of power. Not smart people.
Well,
Just not, like, I used to think, blanket statement, lawyers are smart. Not true. Not true at all. Some lawyers might be good at whatever it is that they do, but they are not smart.
also,
And I want-
Michael Cohen is out.
Really? How?
He got out 10 hours ago.
Ain't no fucking way.
He got out 10 hours ago. So, anyway.
Who? He, what did he do? He was
Trump lawyer?
Trump's personal attorney and his fixer who, like, covered up a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Which is top tier thing they tell you not to do as an attorney is cover up shit.
He
'Cause
covered
you
up
can-
all kinds of shit and then also sang about it
Yeah.
when pressed a little.
Just a little. They were just like, hey, so what do you know? I know everything.
And then he confirmed a bunch of shit and then nothing happened to Trump. So that was
Nothing at all.
And that's it. Thanks for listening to Salty Virgins Club podcast. That is the world.
Yeah, things are great.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.